So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody who's joined in here at the closing plenary of the 12th edition of the RISE PECOWorld Summit. It seems like only yesterday that we had all gathered together to actually to welcome the opening of the summit. But it's been almost a week now, 6 days to be precise. And 6 days have been action-packed days. We've had more than 9,000 community members joining us to partake in 100 plus sessions with 90 partners and over 100 experts bringing to the table their experience, their knowledge, and their invitation to collaborate on the Sustainable Development Goals. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the RISE Summit, which has been on for the last 12 years, has actually been espousing the values espoused by the Sustainable Development Goals. And everybody who's participated in this week has been doing something or the other to take this entire movement forward. As you know, and now RISE, and to that evocative video that was just played, RISE stands for Responsible, Inclusive, Sustainable, Ecosystem Friendly, and very beautifully brought out as the responsibility starts with us, so that was I. Inclusiveness can happen only when I and you get together. And sustainability comes in when we get together. But if we do not have our ecosystems taken care of, all of us taking care of ecosystems, the last E, that is the ecosystem friendliness, we cannot protect what is ours and which is a legacy for the future. So thank you so much for joining us for this wonderful, the whole summit that we have been there. We have all gathered for. And today it's the time to actually not only bring an end to the proceedings of this week, but also to honor some amazing dignitaries that have joined us today and who we are going to recognize for the work they have done in their lifetimes to further the cause of the Sustainable Development Goals. But before that, we are really extremely proud to have with us an amazing keynote speaker who's literally rewritten the history of WASH, sanitation especially, in the world. It's my honor to announce our opening keynote speaker, none other than Mr. Jack Sim, founder of the World Toilet Organization and the Restroom Association of Singapore. Can we all kind of welcome Mr. Jack Sim on the chat, please? It is my proud privilege to introduce Mr. Sim. Jack Sim, founder of the World Toilet Organization and the Restroom Association of Singapore, like I told you, is also known as Mr. Toilet. He's a Singaporean entrepreneur and philanthropist. He's also the founder of the Restroom Association of Singapore. He also is the founder of the World Toilet Day Initiative, literally putting the focus on a topic which most of us do not want to talk about. And that's the big change that he's made through Singapore and then taking across the world. Mr. Sim has started a number of successful business ventures before venturing into charitable work in the early 40s. In 2001, he founded the World Toilet Organization, WTO, an international non-governmental organization for sanitation. After lobbying efforts with Singapore's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the founding date of WTO was later adopted as World Toilet Day by the United Nations in 2012. Sim's leadership of the WTO includes humanitarian, developmental, and advocacy work for sanitation. Please welcome Mr. Jack Sim. Mr. Sim, may I invite you to give the opening keynote address? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm from Singapore, but actually I'm now in Jaipur with the Jaipur Literature Festival. So I'm dressed in a Jaipur jacket. Now that you have successfully completed a week of exposure and inspiration with the RISE PECOWorld Conference, it's time to begin the work. So the end of the summit is the beginning of your life journey. Now, if you are thinking, how am I going to do all this SDG work? I will just give you an example of how I started. I started with no permission, no authority, no money, and no experience about how to organize a world body. But I just thought that 40% of the world population did not have access to proper sanitation, and they don't have a toilet, and they open defecate outside. And every year, 2 million people die of diarrhea, and nobody wants to talk about it because they think that it is a taboo subject. So in such a case, it is not whether I can do it, but it has to be done. So I start to retire from my business, and I focus on the last 28 years to solve the sanitation problem. I founded the World Toilet Organization 25 years ago. So this year is our 25th anniversary. And when I first began, people thought that I was a joker. Why would somebody talk about toilet? It's so embarrassing. But when they laugh at me, they listen to me. So I started to create a lot of media coverage until all the global media legitimize my work. So you can do the same, because when you go out to tell your story in the social media passionately and keep engaging people, you too can change the world. By telling the story, politicians start to use sanitation as an election winner. In India, all the MLA, all the politicians start promising people toilets. Over the last 25 years, we have been working with President Abdul Kalam, with Jairam Ramesh, with Venkaiah Naidu, with Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and then a lot of these movie stars came in, like Akshay Kumar, Salman Khan, Vidya Balan, Deepika Padukone. Everybody start to join us and help to promote sanitation. And it's not just the Indians. President Clinton, Jay-Z, Coldplay, Matt Damon, they all join. And when we do the social work, when we really do work that make a big difference, our mindset has to think very, very large. Don't try to build 10 toilets here and 5 toilets there. Think about 100 million people, 10 million people. It's the same effort. You don't go and raise funds to build 10 toilets. You make people build millions of toilets. And this is where the storytelling with the media coverage, with the legitimacy, we start to change policy in countries. In Brazil, they have no money to manage their sewage treatment plant. So I went to the Brazilian Senate and gave a hearing, and the 79 senators were convinced that if they pass a law to allow privatization of their sewage treatment plant, then the foreign investor will come in and take over the management and create efficiency plus modern technology on sewage treatment. After I convinced them to pass the law became a big investor attraction. In the last 4 years, we attracted 14 billion US dollar. Now, if you ask me, how did I do it? I don't know. Opportunity keeps on happening, and whenever it happens, I react. So now you look around you in all your community. Whatever is a problem is an opportunity. If you see a problem, look at it with a lot of optimism and start to think, how can I solve this? As the SDG continue, we have only 5 more years to go. Most of the target are not reached. And therefore, the problem is very big. Similarly, the opportunity is very big. So what you want to do is go and learn and think how to get what all, apply all the things that has inspired you over this week of RISE PECOWorld Summit, and then think how to do. If you don't know, you go to my LinkedIn, my Facebook, and you ask me, and I tell you. But most of the time, I will tell you how to think so that you will find the answer yourself. And a lot of the issue actually can be solved because you can copy from somebody else who have already solved it and plug and play. So you don't really need to innovate. You just need to have the love to solve it. And the last thing is, do not have any imposter syndrome. Sometimes you might say, I'm only so young. I don't have this authority. Forget about it. Just ask, despite of that, how can I get things done? And I feel that at least some of you will eventually grow up to be leaders in society and exemplary next generation, because it is not fair that the world, rich and poor, is such a big divide. It's not fair that people have no health care or no toilet. For example, in Andhra Pradesh, I saw Chandrababu Naidu, the chief minister, is creating the processing plant for spice farmer. Then I'm thinking, okay, when you take the spice and process into powder, maybe it can sell 3 times, 4 times more expensive. But if you take this spice and make it into ready-to-cook recipe, and then get celebrity chef to come up with the recipe, then package it and sell it on e-commerce. Can you imagine the farmer can sell directly from the farm to the customer on e-commerce? Easily, that can give them 100 times the price of the raw material just taking the spice from the farm. This kind of thinking is not invention. It is just value addedness for the poor. And for everything, think of a modern solution, think of a daring solution, and copy. I hope I have given you some advice and some ideas. And recently, I just launched a book called The Gumption of Mr. Toilet by Penguin. If you Google for this book, The Gumption of Mr. Toilet, you can then learn everything that I don't have time to tell you. But this is a formula of how to change the world, and also how to secure yourself in the age of AI. Because AI is going to replace about 50% of all the workers. If you read this book, you will learn how to have curiosity, courage, compassion, commitment, collaboration, community, and calmness. These are the skills you need. Thank you very much. I'll stop here.
Thank you, Mr. Sim. That was an amazingly inspiring speech. And frankly, as you spoke, I was just seeing how the RISE values were embodied in every sentence of yours. And starting from just take responsibility. I mean, don't bother about being called an imposter. And that's what R stands for, responsibility. If each one does something small, we'll be able to achieve big. And thank you so much for the revolution.
Do small, do big.
Okay.
Do small, very small. Do big.
That's great. That's amazing. And thank you for absolutely creating that revolution in the way we look at toilets and what we do about it. We are seeing the effects here in India after so many decades. And I'm sure we've all been inspired by you. Thank you so much. We'd like you to just hold on for a few more minutes, because you got to do something extremely, extremely important right now. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we spoke about the RISE values, right? Responsible, inclusive, sustainable, ecosystem friendly. Now, the RISE values are the foundation of the RISE PecoWorld Summit, a platform for global thought leaders, experts, and visionary partners to influence outcomes and actions for the SDGs for the year ahead and beyond. So the RISE World Summit has completed 12 years, actually, more than a decade of building SDG-linked ecosystems and pathways for collaborations for the year ahead and beyond. This edition of the RISE World Summit was a milestone 12th anniversary of our efforts to pioneer stakeholder engagement for sustainable development, and was based on the theme, Think Different, Act Together. And I think through this week, we have seen so many umpteen examples of how different thought leaders and experts from across the world have come across, those who have dared to think differently, but yet dared to actually reach out and collaborate and create that difference. And that brings us to something very, very special. This is a tradition we have followed for the closing plenary of the RISE Summit for years now. And I'm talking about nothing else but the RISE Awards. The RISE Awards at the RISE PECOWorld Summit are a recognition of special individuals who have undertaken exemplary initiatives for their society and or different constituents. Their inspiring efforts are truly representative of the RISE values: responsible, inclusive, sustainable, ecosystem friendly, as drivers of positive actions for a better world and a greener planet. It is indeed a proud moment for us to announce the first award, and that is none other than the RISE Lifetime Achievement Award. And this year, the RISE Lifetime Achievement Award has been awarded to somebody who is an inspiration to all Indians, and I'm sure many people across the world. The winner of this year's RISE Lifetime Achievement Award is none other than IPS officer, former Mumbai Police Commissioner, the Director General of Police Gujarat, Director General of Police Punjab, former Indian Ambassador to Romania, also known as Super Cop, Mr. Julio Ribeiro. May we have a huge round of applause, and may I call upon our keynote speaker, Mr. Jack Sim, to say a few words and introduce Mr. Ribeiro and present the RISE Lifetime Achievement Award to him.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Mr. Ribeiro, for your Achievement Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, and also your colorful career as the police commissioner, as ambassador to Romania, and doing so many things for the responsibility, inclusiveness, sustainability, and eco-friendly system building. I would really like that you can continue to mentor the young people, and also if anything I can do to work together with you to improve the situation in India with sanitation, I'll be very happy to do that, because the last 25 years, we have brought toilets to 2.5 billion people. And Swachh Bharat, we have built 110 million toilets with Prime Minister Modi. Now we are going into Swachh Bharat 3.0. And if there's something we can do, let's do it together. And congratulations to you, a very senior diplomat who has really done so much, and a good example for the young people to follow. Congratulations for winning this award.
Thank you, Mr. Sim. For me, it's a personal honor to actually be hosting this, the closing plenary of the RISE Summit. My association with Mr. Ribeiro actually started more than 30 years ago, when I was part of this wonderful movement that he and Mr. Satish Sani had started called the Mohalla Committee. And it was truly a pleasure to work with Mr. Ribeiro, and his leadership at that time was exemplary. But I don't want to hold him back. It is time for us to hear from Mr. Ribeiro.
Share this first.
And we have with us Karan Shaiva with the award that we're going to present to Mr. Ribeiro, the RISE Lifetime Achievement Award. Mr. Ribeiro, kindly accept this award on our behalf, and we would like to hear from you, please.
Great one. So, of course, this will be presented to Mr. Ribeiro personally after this, but right now, for the benefit of our viewers on the platform and all of those who have joined us virtually, this trophy is being handed over virtually. Thank you very much, Jack, for presenting this, and Mr. Ribeiro, from our side, truly an honor to have this sent to you. Thank you so much.
Right. Mr. Kamalkar, Mr. Jack Sim,
Yeah.
Karan Shaiva.
Can you hear it?
I'm honored today in my 96th year to have been chosen for the RISE Lifetime Achievement Award. Anyone in his 96th year would have correctly assumed that the time for awards, any award for that matter, was over. but obviously the RISE PECO steering committee thought otherwise. So here I am, despite my age-related incapacities, accepting an award for, to quote the words of Kiran Shaiva, Chief Impact Officer and MD of Idobro Impact Solutions. His open inverted commas, his commitment to various capacities as an IPS officer and later as one of the 3 founders of Public Concern for Governance Trust, which inspires peer groups and today's youth to use their potential for greater good. Ms. Kiran Shaiva has also mentioned in a letter that my writings and articles have a significant impact on the present and future of our world. To be honest, I never for a moment thought that when I contribute of my thoughts to newspapers would be read as widely as Kiran feels. But even if they have a little impact on those who have read them, I'm more than happy. My writings reflect, as they should, my own values and truth as I see it. I address the powers that be on what I feel is the truth. Many readers disagree. They are entitled to differ. That is the essence of democracy. If we cannot express our thoughts responsibly, of course, we cannot claim that we live in a state ruled by democratic ideals. I was truly delighted to learn that the values I have cherished all my life have found resonance in the formation and functioning of RISE. Since our values are comparable and compatible, its leaders have zeroed in on a kindred soul to bestow the 12th annual award. At 96 or nearly there, it is time to think of an afterlife. I, for one, will depart in a happier frame of mind for knowing that there are organizations like RISE that care for fellow human beings and their welfare and their well-being. The world will surely be a better place to live in if the disadvantaged and the defenseless are counted as humans deserving care and attention. Since RISE PECOWorld Summit has talked of the lifetime achievements of awardees, it is a good time as any to think of my own contribution in making life more pleasant for my fellow humans. For 36 years, I served the people in the capacity of a police leader. In which particular branch of policing did I excel? In none, come to think of it. But justice, fair play, compassion, especially for the poor and the dispossessed, come naturally to me. It was part and parcel of my personality and my mental makeup. In the police, it served me and the people I interacted with to my satisfaction and theirs. A public servant is what the words denote, a servant of the people, not in the sense of a domestic helper, but of duty to those who approach the officer for help. Those who approach the police do so because they are hurt. It is the duty of a policeman to render whatever help is legal or practical. I followed this principle in all my dealings. I exhorted my juniors to do likewise. It made all the difference in the policing of societies which are puzzled by what the police do and why they do it. The greatest satisfaction and reward of a police leader is the love and acceptance of his own men and of the people he is required to serve. He needs no greater reward and should expect none. After I retired and settled down in the city of my birth, Bombay, now called Mumbai, I, along with a few others, set up the Mohalla Committee Movement Trust. The Mohalla committees were formed in every locality where Hindus and Muslims reside, cheek by jowl. It set its sights on communal harmony in their own neighborhoods. Peace in slum areas had been seriously fractured after the demolition of a place of worship in Ayodhya, which the Muslims called the Babri Mosque, and the Hindus said was the birthplace of God Ram. To address this problem required legwork. This was provided seamlessly by a committed lady named Sushobha Barve. It required leadership and commitment, which I think I provided. And more importantly, it required the active participation of the city's police. The commissioner at that time was Satish Sani, an inspired police leader who shared the thoughts and ideas suggested by the social worker Sushobha, which I had endorsed. The three of us combined our individual capabilities and strengths to bring the ordinary Hindu and Muslim citizens of Mumbai slums together on a common platform to fight the communal virus. We succeeded to a major extent because both Hindus and Muslims realized that all three of us, Sushobha, Sani, and I, harbored no agenda other than peace and understanding between the communities. And why did we choose the slums? We chose the slums because that is where all the fighting took place. The more affluent areas were not touched by that communal rioting. They also realized that they were losers by joining the mayhem and lootings and arsons, whereas the people who instigate them lost nothing, since they do not live in the slums and did not participate in the riots and were not poor like them. It required weekly visits and meetings in every such locality. And with the communal riots that occurred in end 1992, beginning of 1993, following the demolition of the disputed structure. At this stage of my acceptance speech, let me mention my late wife, Melba, who died a little over 2 years ago. She accompanied me to every meeting and visited every slum in the city. She was totally involved in all the work I had chosen to do after I retired from government. She supported me fully. The support strengthened my resolve to fight injustice. The NGO called PCGT, Public Concern for Governance Trust, mentioned by Ms. Shaiva in her letter to me, came into existence a good decade after MCMT, after the Mohalla Committee Movement Trust. It was founded by the former Cabinet Secretary, Mr. B.G. Deshmukh, a leading pediatrician, city pediatrician, Dr. Anand, and I, a former chief of the city's police force, to fight grassroots corruption which citizens face as part of their daily existence. As part of our program, we decided to influence young minds at the school and college level to shun corruption and all the evils associated with it at an age where learning is absorbed and remains embedded in the individual's thinking. We work with students hoping to make them responsible citizens, good people who respect human values of compassion, truth, justice, and fair play. When young people with whom we have interacted, come back to us as volunteers, we know that we have facilitated the birth of a responsible citizen who is willing to take up the cudgels to fight injustice. One of the tools we use for mitigating corruption and injustice is the RTI, the Right to Information Act. It is a useful tool in the hands of ordinary citizens if used responsibly. Many politicians and government servants are unhappy with the RTI because it means disclosing facts which they otherwise would have kept hidden from the general public. We strongly believe that students who go through our portals will use the RTI strictly and exclusively for securing justice for common citizens. PCGT creates the leaders of tomorrow, something that Mr. Jack Sim also mentioned. They are encouraged to use the RTI to help neighbors in the localities where they live who are being unjustly deprived of rights guaranteed by the Constitution and the law. Beside these two major NGOs, the Moala Committee Movement Trust and the PCGT, the Public Concern for Government Trust, I am also associated with the Bombay Mothers and Children Association. This is an NGO set up in Mumbai by two doctors, Tilak and Maskar, to help poor mothers and their children from time of birth till adulthood. The NGO has completed 100 years of existence. Its present chief executive is Dr. Madhav Sate, a well-known anesthetist who spends his weekends and spare time to manage the affairs of the NGO. It is because of people like Madhav that the poor and the deprived can hope for a better quality of life. The NGO functions also around a rural area of a town called Rajguru Nagar in the Khed Taluka of Pune district. The NGO has a rural hospital for mothers and children in Rajguru Nagar. The organization has also adopted 90 villages around that town to ameliorate the living conditions of the villagers, primarily by concentrating on the education of their children and their health. The NGO has chosen to start with the tribal children and has perceptibly succeeded in improving their BMI, their height, weight, and other indicators of better health through proper alimentation. The schools in those villages have been improved to make them attractive to children. Here also, I'll talk about separate toilets, which Mrs. Jack Sim has mentioned, have been built for the girl students. And solar panels have been installed for continuous use of computers. These measures have reduced the dropout rate in the schools to 0. Many of the students, having finished their high school, are now studying in degree colleges and even in engineering college, which gave them a better opening for employment. The work associated with the Bombay Mothers and Children Welfare Association is a source of great satisfaction to those associated with the organization. The villagers also and the teaching staff are now cooperating fully in our project. their association with our work is for us a sign of their approval. It is hoped that individuals and other individuals and other NGOs come forward with similar intent to ameliorate the quality of life of the rural poor. Because it is in India's villages that real poverty exists and should be combated. Education will help in this process. We are proud to say that the NGO has focused on the education and health of children in the locality. I've spoken at length, and I thank you all for listening. And I've also listened to Mr. Jack Sim, and I appreciate the fact that he has given so much of his life for others. And this is what we try to pass on to our students in the PCGT with whom we interact throughout the year. With all the humility I can muster, I thank RISE and accept the RISE PECO Award on behalf of those who have been associated with my work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ribeiro. May we have the image of the trophy, please? If you can highlight Karen. Meanwhile, let's acknowledge Mr. Ribeiro in the chat for an amazing address.
Truly inspirational. So let me just share this. And
so let's put our hands together once again for Mr. Ribeiro and for the amazing work that he's done. Indeed, Jack Sim spoke about like you cannot be too young to start. There's nothing like being too young. Mr. Ribeiro has proved through his entire lifetime you cannot be too old to be creating a difference. Mr. Ribeiro, you continue to inspire us, and let me tell you, you don't look a day above 70. So please, 96 is, I mean, I'm sure you will continue to inspire us for many years to come. Thank you so much for this, and congratulations. It's a well-deserved award, and you made this country proud. You make all of us proud. Thank you so much, sir. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to move to our next award, the RISE Global Citizen Award, the first of our two RISE Global Citizen Awards today. And the winner of this award, the first Global Citizen Award for 2025, is none other than Fulbright Scholar, Assistant Professor and Researcher, Development Professional, and Educator, Ms. Vadia El Khoury from Lebanon. And to introduce Ms. Vadia El Khoury, I would like to invite our core committee member of the RISE PECOWorld Summit, Ms. Rekha Shahani, to come on screen and do the honors.
Thank you, Naresh. Thanks a lot. Before I give the introduction of Vadia, I would like to congratulate Julio sir. Sir, congratulations.
Maybe I have Ms. Rekha Shahani on screen, please. Can we spotlight a video?
Did you get it, Naresh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, Rekha, please go ahead.
Yeah. So I said before I introduced Vadia, I wanted to congratulate sir on this.
We can't.
Yeah? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
So once again, congratulations, sir. And thank you, Naresh, for this wonderful opportunity. Vadia Khoury is one of the girls who entered India as a little girl and is doing wonderful work in Lebanon. She has, like Naresh said, doctorate in education science and has focused on educational legislation and policies. She's got a diploma in public law and financial law, along with international public law, and master's degree in law. Her teaching diploma has been in history of the church and various other things that she has achieved over the period of time. She is the associate professor and researcher at the Lebanese University, and an associate professor at the Antonin University. She has been the citizenship education teacher at the International College ISA in Beirut and coordinator of the community service program involving 700 to 750 students yearly in collaboration with more than 40 NGOs. She has been an education expert with NAFTA and has created 2 board games, which we all love, the game that have strategies and transmit knowledge and develop competencies that enhance the civic well-being both in students and teachers. She's a consultant and coach with the Virtuous Leadership Institution, trainer on soft skills and professional orientation in Lebanese schools, and advisor to Professor Rajmohan Gandhi, grandson of the Mahatma and president of Initiatives of Change International, during the Gandhi Voyage of Trust to 14 countries in Asia, Africa, Europe, and America, part of the British Arab exchange program. She has been to London and other countries and has trained many people in the 11-month leadership training program called Action for Life. She has also won the Trust Building Award, a little girl who came from a world of fire and weapons has turned out to be a great professor and doctor in peace. Over to you. Thank you, Naresh.
Thank you. That's truly amazing. Rekha, thank you so much for doing the honors. Ms. Wadia, it's truly an honor to have you with us. And I think you are an apt recipient of the first Global Citizen Award today. We would like you to kindly to say a few words, and then I will ask Karan Shaiba to hand over the award to you. Okay.
Is my voice heard clearly? Okay. I'm now joining you from the extreme north of Lebanon, where we are training 50 teachers. I can show you live. So this is one of the atmospheres of the trainings that are happening on the game on active citizenship. So this year we are reaching 100 schools and hopefully more to come. The aim is to reach the 1,000 schools in Lebanon, which is 1/3 of the schools, which will create a common language of citizenship and more understanding between people. Today is a more Islamic school. Yesterday it was a more Christian school. So we are doing our best. And at the same time, creating trust circles inside schools. I appreciate very much your support and the appreciation of this work, because we need all the encouragement possible in the midst of this situation and in the midst of this very, very difficult region of the world.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I will I'll ask Rekha Shani once again to come on screen. I will just highlight her.
Thank you.
And maybe have the award presented to Ms. Wadia Khoury, please.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really much honored.
And yes, it will reach you. Don't worry. Lebanon is not that far.
She's coming to India.
And this will reach you.
She's coming, Karen, to India.
Rekha,
I'm
can't
coming.
hear you.
Most probably in March, I'll be in India.
Oh, then
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
give it to you physically right here.
Yes.
We can have a
yes.
nice ceremony right here. Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you. God bless you
I'm just
all.
going to quickly share my screen as well. And okay. And here you go. You might want to show your friends over there, Wadia.
Well, I will try. Okay. يا جماعة في أخذ من وقتكم تكي حصلت هلا على جائزة المواطن العالمي بالهند، فبدهم اياكم تشوفوا التروفي اللي حصلنا عليه على شغل بما في هيدا الشغل، بس كمان شغل المواطنة على المدى البعيد.
So may we have a huge clap, 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 a round of applause for Wadia Khoury. Please put clap, clap, clap on the chat. We can't hear all of you.
Thank you so much, Wadia. Really appreciate you joining, making the effort to join us. It was truly beautiful. And we wish you all the best. And yes, we keep you in our prayers and wishes and thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you all. See you later.
Thank you, Wadia. Thank you, Rekha, for doing the honors. Truly, a worthy recipient of the Global Citizen Award for 2025. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the second Global Citizen Award for 2025. And to introduce this particular gentleman, I would like to call upon Mr. Walter Vieira, Advisory Board Member of the RISE Infinity Foundation. He will introduce and present the RISE Global Citizen Award to Mr. Gregory Booth, Professor of Anthropology and Dean of the University of Auckland, who's done amazing work, especially in the field of music. And may I invite Mr. Walter Vieira to kindly come up and say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you, Naresh. I'm happy to talk about Professor Gregory Booth, who is Professor of Anthropology and the Dean at the University of Auckland, New Zealand. He has been engaged in the study of Indian music and culture for more than 30 years. He is the author of 2 books, Behind the Curtain, Making Music in Mumbai's Film Studios. That was published in 2008. In Mumbai Film Studios, and The Brass Baja, Stories from the World of Indian Wedding Bands. That was published in 2005. And numerous articles on music, film industry, and the culture in South Asia. His research engages with numerous classical, film, and popular musicians, as well as music and film industry figures. His article, Copyright Law and the Changing Economic Value of Popular Music in India, traces the influence of copyright laws and the new technologies on the social and economic value of popular music. Professor Gregory is also an accomplished tabla player and speaks very, very good, proficient Hindi. He's been doing that for nearly 50 years and certainly does it much better than I can with over 80 years in India. This award goes to Professor Gregory Booth. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Vieira. And truly, I mean, it's first of all, it's an honor for us to have Mr. Vieira as part of the RISE family, of the Idobro family. As I said, he's the advisory board member of the RISE Infinity Foundation. Mr. Vieira himself has been described by Philip Kotler, the world's guru on marketing, as one of the best speakers of marketing in Asia and perhaps worldwide. He's a certified management consultant and a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants of India. He has been in the practice of management consultancy since 1975, when he set up the first marketing consultancy company in India. He was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award for Consulting in 2005 and Lifetime Achievement Award for Marketing in 2009. He has been the president of the Institute of Management Consultants of India, the founder chairman of Asia Pacific Conference of Management Consultants, and the first Asian to be elected chairman of the 42-country World Apex Body of Management Consultants, ICMCI International Council of Management Consultant Institutes. Dr. Vieira has straddled the space between business and academia and shares his vast experience with students and peers to help make this a better world. I couldn't actually go ahead without introducing Mr. Vieira, because it's been his guidance and his support that we have carried on the work of Idobro, the RISE Infinity Foundation, and indeed the RISE Summit Awards. And today's Global Citizen Award, the second Global Citizen Award, Professor Gregory Booth. Unfortunately, Professor Gregory Booth couldn't join us due to some personal emergency. He was trying his best, and unfortunately, that couldn't happen. But we would all the same like to honor him with the award and with the picture on the screen. And may I also highlight Mr. Vieira as well. Yes. So please put your hands together for Professor Gregory Booth. Indeed, a gentleman who has actually done so much for the cause of film music, for music and general anthropology. And really, I mean, to hear that his Hindi is better than Mr. Vieira's is something which is truly impressive. We would really, I mean, we're really honored to have such amazing, illustrious award winners with us this year. So congratulations, Professor Booth. And it's now time for us. If I can, if Ms. Wadia, if you're still around, we'd like to take a quick photograph. If you could just get your video on. And we're trying to get all the winners and presenters. I'm adding Mr. Ribeiro and Rekha. They're on. We're just waiting for.
Do you think Naresh, I can make her a quick call and call her?
Karan is calling you right now. Please bear with us for 2 minutes because this is the most critical photograph of the evening, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. I'm just going to highlight. Yeah, and
missing. 1 second. Yeah. So a really nice picture and great smile.
Thank you.
oh, 1 second, please. So we'll just.
1 second. Yeah. Thank you so much, and truly an honor and a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. So here we are, the 3 amazingly illustrious winners of this year's RISE Awards. Mr. Julio Ribeiro, the RISE Lifetime Achievement Award, Ms. Wadia Khoury, the Global Citizen Award, and of course, Professor Gregory Booth. He was not here with us today, but yes, we cannot forget him. Amazing, amazing gentleman with amazing work indeed. All 3 of them embody the RISE values, which we hold so dear in conducting the RISE Summit year after year after year. And it's now time to hear from our participants today, those who were our community members who actually joined us through this entire week, partaking of all that was available. We had roundtables, we had fireside chats, we had tours, we had some physical events, we had online events, we had music programs, name it. We had workshops. It was a jam-packed schedule. We had poetry session. Yes. Oh yes, we had a fashion show. How could I forget that? We had a. And yes, and to this, I think the highlight of this year, as Karan reminds me, was an actual plantation, the beginning of a forest, which was actually planted to commemorate RISE. So we have a RISE forest growing in a part of India now. I mean, what greater honor and acknowledgement can there be? So to actually lead us into a little bit of sharing from the participants who are here today for the closing plenary, may I call upon Teresa Dow, Head of Entrepreneurship for Idobro, to kindly do the honors. Teresa?
Thanks, Naresh. Very excited to be here, everyone. And I would request participants to come take the center stage and share about their experience of how they felt being part of this amazing 5 days of RISE PECOWorld Summit. Can I have some nominations of participants I can call upon?
Maybe you can start with Gina, who is a intern from Auckland. She can give some of her feedback. Gina, would you like to say some few words? And then, of course, we have Joseph. Joseph, how can we not have you say a few words for us, please?
Hello everybody, I'm Gina and I'm an intern at Idobro Impact Solutions. I hail from New Zealand and I actually study at University of Auckland. I'm very proud of Professor Gregory Booth and his achievements and everyone who received an award today. It's just amazing achievements, so proud, and yeah, words cannot describe. So I think attending the summit, organizing it, and having our session for the GCC roundtable that happened on January 29th was an incredible experience. I would say the sessions were very insightful and the speakers were inspiring and the networking opportunities were definitely invaluable. I walked away definitely feeling more knowledgeable, motivated and connected. So a truly well-organized event and an enriching one, and I'm really excited for the next one. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. That was wonderful. Now let me call upon Aishwarya to come and share about her experience of the first RISE World Summit she has attended.
Hello everyone, I'm Aishwarya and I'm an intern at Idobro and I am pursuing BA International Business Honors and I've been working with Teresa for over 2 months now and it's been a wonderful experience and since it's my first internship, I would say Teresa has given me the best memories of the internship and we've been a very you've been a very comfortable mentor to work with and she really understands us and our moods of the day and she actually asks us whether we want to work on that day or not and she's very caring as well so I feel like
Aishwarya, you
my
are supposed to speak about your experience attending the RISE Summit.
but I
So
mean,
can you talk about
you
some of...
were yeah, and I've learned a lot as well. I've learned how to use Canva, and I've also done a lot of blogs, which really honed my writing skills. And yeah, it was totally a wonderful experience and a learning experience as well. And I look forward to more. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Aishwarya. Can I invite Joseph to join this session and talk about his experience of being part of the RISE PECOWorld Summit?
Am I audible?
Yes.
I can't see myself. So do I look good or I do not know?
You're looking brilliant.
Okay, so I'm that exactly is the point because I congratulate Idobro and Karon and the team for organizing this brilliant summit from the pace and from the place of the speaker and the participant. So actually, Karon and you guys have done an amazing job in terms of saving a lot of carbon credits because no one has to travel. You can work, you can talk from the place where you are, whether it is your home or your dining table, or whether you're traveling on a bicycle. Now, Jack Sim has proved that we can even talk from the toilet also. So that's brilliant, saving a lot of carbon credits. Karen and Idobro team, Naresh and all others who are working behind the curtain, including you, Teresa. Fantastic and congratulations. Looking forward to make this more amazing and getting more and more people joining, as well as the shelf life. I understand from Dhridiman, the shelf life of the program as well as the summit is really around the year. So that is another amazing way of engaging and inviting and inspiring people from around the world. So kudos, team. Thanks and bye.
Thanks, Joseph. Joseph had a very wonderful session today with a lot of interaction in the chat. So if you have not been part of his session, do go and check out on the platform. And the platform, all the sessions are available right now to watch on demand. Now let me invite Mr. Loy to come and share about his journey at the RISE PECOWorld Summit.
I didn't realize that I was going to be invited to speak. So that throws me off balance. But having said that, I've attended several of the sessions. So the first one was on disaster management. And I was happiest to see, quite apart from the engagement with various NGOs who are doing work on disaster risk reduction and resilience building, as well as tackling climate change and acting on climate change, to talk in a very engaged fashion. I was most happy to see the district disaster management and climate change officials from at least 3 districts in Maharashtra. And I know that RISE engages with them. It's important to continue this engagement and to support the disaster management work in Maharashtra. So we should continue doing that. I've attended several sessions on gender, on the private sector, on the involvement in several areas, and I have learned a lot. So compliments to RISE, and let us continue. Let us expand the scope of participation, because there is so much that we have to share. So we have to find ways to share it. So while we save carbon credits, we also need to not necessarily spend carbon credits, but find ways to engage and involve a lot more people. So I will continue to talk about it when I meet up with Karan and Naresh and others. But a hearty congratulations for having achieved such a lot, and compliments to you all. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, Loy. Let me just open this forum and ask anybody else if they would like to share any insights, any key takeaways, anything that they're taking from RISE PECOWorld Summit of 2025.
Hi, Teresa. I think Dr. John Sarkar has put up some stuff in the chat, but I would love him to actually talk himself. And I think Xavier Thomas has put his hand up here. So if you want, Dr. John Sarkar, would you like to come on screen? Dr. John Sarkar, would you like to come on screen and talk? Okay, if not, we have Xavier Thomas. Would you like to come on? Okay, we have.
Let me read out what Dr. John Sarkar has put on the comments. He mentions that the RISE PECOWorld Summit was a game changer for me. The speakers and concepts were inspiring. The networking opportunities were invaluable. I've already implemented some of the strategies I learned, and I'm seeing positive results. Dr. John Sarkar, founder, Helping Hand Foundation, Mumbai. Thank you, Dr. John, for your kind words. Yes, Naresh, you were saying you were announcing the name of someone.
Yeah, I see that Ravi Karmalkar has also joined in from Germany. We had a very, very good session on script writing with him. Ravi, can you care to start your camera and share with us, please? Yeah. Ravi, can you hear me? Well, then we have Lakshman Kumar Nasarpuri. I think he was there. Lakshman, would you like to, Lakshmanji, would you like to share? Lakshmanji has been in the field of investment in startups and business as well as 30 years, been a part of RISE for 2 years now. Lakshmanji? That's okay, I think. I think that's Teresa, thanks a ton for this. I think they're not in a position to share the videos. If there's anybody else who'd like to share right now, can we have a last one? Rekha, would you like to share your thoughts about participation this year?
It's getting better and better every year after year. And the best part, what I really like, is the physical aspect also and the virtual part. Though sometimes the virtual part gets difficult, but it's like lage raho, and it's been a great exposure to a lot of newcomers this year, I noticed, which has been very, very good. So thank you so very much for this wonderful RISE PecoWorld. Really, really appreciate it. And this time was the first time when I saw the physical presentation with a lot of first generation learners also, which I had not experienced personally. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Rekha, for your kind words. Naresh, should we move on to the photograph?
Well, we've got to we've got one more very important thing to do before that. But thanks a ton, Teresa, for handling this part of the session. Yes, thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. Teresa has been an amazing rock behind the scenes, handling so many sessions. And she, like I said, she's the head of entrepreneurship at Idobro. So all the sessions you actually attended, which dealt with entrepreneurship, Teresa was the person who was handling in charge of that. Well, there are some very important people that we need to acknowledge today who have really been working behind the scenes. And frankly, without their help, RISE wouldn't have been possible. I'm talking about the interns at the RISE PecoWorld Summit 2025. And we have a certificate that we're going to be giving each one of them. May I have Karan Shaiva to be spotlighted? And she's sharing the screen. And I'm going to call out these names. And as I call out the names of these interns, yes, I would like them to, if they're on they're in here today, we'd like to highlight them, please. Starting with Madhurima Mohanta from the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Research, Disaster Management. Maybe I'm
sorry, I have to stop.
So Madhurima Mohanta. Then we have Gina Gao. We have just heard from her, international intern. Ankit Sharma. Who was from the TIS again, data analysis. Aryan Verma, again from TIS, in charge of data analysis. Tanya Mittal. She's from TIS, she's done an MA in social entrepreneurship. Are they in the room at all? Ishika Gowda, Kritika Pradhan, Omkar Malbari, Nicole Fernandez, DL Disa, Saktika S, Vikram V, Sabarna. We have Srinidhi Tirupati. We have Aishwarya, as I said, any of the interns who are in the room today? Well, I think
we do have Aishwarya, Saktika, and Gina in the room. I think we have to stop the screen sharing to allow them to come to the center stage.
So let me just spotlight Gina. And can you please put on your videos? Can we have the other interns spotlighted as well, please? Saktika is here. Vikram is here. Anyways, we'd like to thank all of you to for all the hard work that you've done behind the scenes. Each one of you will be getting a certificate, but certificate is not. It's a very small. Is a very small gesture to actually appreciate what all of you have brought to the scene. These were the young people who are actually doing so many things behind every session, without whom we really couldn't have pulled it off. So thank you so much, Aishwarya and Gina. You seem to be the representatives of the entire team here today. But thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. Yeah, thank you. And I think, thank you. I think Ravi has just joined us. So Ravi, we're just calling upon you if you'd like to share a little bit of your experience of this year's RISE Summit. I think Ravi's been with us for the last 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. First, when he used to join in from Kenya and highlighting the African film, the movement out there, and now from Germany this time. Ravi, all yours. Yeah, Ravi, if you can unmute yourself, please.
There we are. Yes, thank you. You might be having me now, right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Naresh, for having me in this session, but also and the RISE Summit. I find it's a very exceptional event, to be honest. So much knowledge shared by all of you and all the participants. I'm very glad and I'm very proud to be in there. And now I'm just curious to listen to whatever is going to be shared right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oops. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I'm not sure whether you heard me. Could you hear me earlier? So I just wanted to thank Ravi for sharing with us and for being with us for 4 years, and also for an excellent workshop on responsible screenwriting that he did along with Subjon Editatul, who is a very respected scriptwriter in South Indian movies. We had that workshop 2 days ago, and truly amazing. Yes, now we have. It's time for us to. Yeah, so we'd like to acknowledge the steering council and the core committee who have put together, really worked round the clock to make RISE happen. May we have the steering council and the core committee highlighted, please? Yash, can we have them, please? So the steering council actually works well almost through the year in shaping up what actually the RISE Summit looks like finally. They work in an advisory capacity. Each one of them is a stalwart, brings to the fore great experience in the work of the SDGs and the RISE values. And it is on their advice that the core committee actually works and puts together this summit. Now you can imagine what an effort it is to put something like this together. We are talking about 100+ partners coming in. We have more than I think 300 odd experts, speakers, participants in just reaching out to so many different countries and organizations, universities, getting people to come on board. That's what this whole wonderful group does. So maybe have the steering council and the core committee highlighted, please. We need to acknowledge them. This won't be complete without that. Yash, can we do that, please? I'd like to invite Karen to speak about these wonderful people, the steering council first.
Yeah. So as Naresh just mentioned, okay, the steering council is really an advisory committee, along with our advisory board, of course, that Naresh also spoke about, where we have, and maybe we can also show the advisory board as well, Yash, after this one. So Mr. Dev Bhattacharya has been with us for so many years, but he has a wedding in the family, and so of course cannot make this. Cheryl Kaiser, who's in the US and has again been a very strong supporter of ours right through the years, helping us. And most of them were there in the opening plenary, which is why I had to, of course, say yes if it's not possible. And again, with, Rupa Naik, who's the Executive Director of World Trade Center, again, a family thing. So I think there's been really amazing. Anjana Sinha, who's the DGP at Telangana, and again, who was there at the opening plenary, and I hope many of you all got to hear them over there, are truly our backbone, I would say, right? Because they steer us. So I think I would definitely like to take this moment to say that, the thank you and the gratitude that we have for giving us their time so generously always, and truly appreciate their time and effort. So may we also have the advisory board committee as well, Yash? Yeah. Advisory board, please. Advisory board? Yes. Thank you. And this, of course, is our advisory board. Again, who along with the steering council helps and guide us. But of course, they are more permanent because they go beyond the RISE Summit. They are with us in every part of what work we do right through the year. And so, of course, Walter Vieira, sir, you've all just heard him speak, so definitely know. Naresh, who is an anchor, but truly an anchor, not just from a functional point of view, but literally from every single way possible, has been an anchor for us right through. Sonia Golani, an author and founder, she, in fact, again, was there at the opening plenary, same with Carol Andrade, who's the dean at St. Paul's, and was again there at the opening plenary. We also have two other members of our team also, but also part of the advisory board, who are really have got so many years of experience, and they bring that experience to our everyday activities. And so I'd like to take this opportunity to thank them as well. Hema Ganachari, who's been with us from day one, from the very first days that I started with Idobro, and I truly want to take this opportunity to thank her for everything that she does. She never likes to come in the front, no matter how many times we push her, say a few words, introduce this or say this or present this, and she'll always say just no. So most of you who know her from the back end, whatever you may have had the opportunity to interact with her, because she's really very rarely seen on screen, though she's right now on screen, and we should definitely be highlighting her. The other is Akila Satish, who has very recently joined us, but again, after many, many years of decades of experience in the corporate world, took the jump into the development sector, and today is now with us. So definitely want to also acknowledge them and express my gratitude for being with us and for, guiding us. And so thank you very much. Yash, if we may next have the co-committee, please. So we have two sets of co-committee members. These are, again, people who literally work on the RISE PecoWorld Summit, and they really do work, Not that I'm not saying that advisory, please, for a minute, I'll be in trouble if I say the advisory board don't work, but, there is a difference, right? There is a lot more hands-on work that needs to get done, and ultimately ideas need to be implemented. So while we get some phenomenal ideas and, inputs and encouragement from our steering council as well as the advisory board members, it is really the core committee members who get down into making it happen. And so I do want to take this opportunity to recognize Rajan Ratna, especially from UNESCAP, who has been our partner now for the last 2 years. Philip Black, who is the CEO at CSR and who have been our partners for multiple years. Unfortunately, this year, because of some emergency family situation, they've not been very active this time, but, I still believe that their heart is with us and their spirit has always been with us, encouraging us. So I do want to acknowledge that. Radha Sula, again, has been with us for many, many years, and really grateful for that. Badri, is from Malaysia, and as you know, everybody over there is celebrating Chinese New Year, and everybody's on leave. But yes, they're still, again, as I said, Rajesh Deshpande, who's based in Dubai. Again, another very, very, ardent, supporter of the RISE PECOWorld Summit of multiple years, and Ashu Thakkar finally. So I think all of them have been really great. Can we have the next slide, please? Yeah. I do want to take a second to make sure we acknowledge everybody. Great. Yeah. Of course, we just heard from Rekha Shani. So again, somebody who's been very important to us. Sonia Kriplani has been with us for multiple years, helping us organize the tour section. In fact, the initial years, she managed them almost single-handedly. So truly grateful for that. We have got Deborah Lipziger from the US again, who has done multiple sessions and introduced us to some amazing, amazing people. Madhur Singh, who almost single-handedly is managing the entire Bangalore event, physical event that is happening, a fashion show, brought in so many new people, amazing. So I do want to say a big thank you to her. And last but not the least, Dhrittaman, who has very recently joined us, but who's done a absolutely stellar work, holding his own, even though we literally pushed him into the deep end. So, but he's not just swam, he has absolutely taken us to the heights of it. So I really am grateful for this, and would like to take this opportunity to say a big, big thank you. So please join me in raising your hands and really saluting them, clapping for them, and acknowledging them. So thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Karan. I think these at the end of any event, and especially kind of a summit which was as long and as detailed as it was, it's very, very critical that we acknowledge all the people who made it happen. And at this point, there is this one team which was working day in and day out. In fact, they have not slept, I think, for several nights now. I think tonight, hopefully, they will sleep. I'm not too sure. But they've been actually holding, if you can imagine, you have about 100+ sessions happening in 5 days. Each of the sessions requires at least one or two of them to be present, sometimes juggling between parallel sessions. They have done that and more, liaising with the speakers, making sure the collaterals have been, each one's collaterals have been collected, the creatives being made, the social media outreach. Every session had to be dealt with that kind of rigor. And it's a very, very small team that does it. And that's what makes this all incredible. So sometimes we really pinch ourselves and say, what have we done to deserve such people? And I would like to now, it will be remiss of me if I don't highlight them, if I don't take their names. So let me call upon Dhrittaman, of course, Dhrittaman Das. Can we highlight Dhrittaman, please?
They all have to turn on their videos.
Please, may I ask the entire team to put on your videos, please, so that we can, get you on screen and acknowledge you. Yeah, here you are, Dhrittaman Das. I've renamed him Shaktiman because there was nothing we threw at him which he said no to. And having said yes, he did an admirable job. We have Shilpa Shirvadkar. Shilpa.
Hello.
Can you please put on your videos? Yeah. Without that we can't. Oh, thank you so much, Shilpa. I think Shilpa is traveling, I guess, and yeah, but great. Thank you for joining in. We got Akila, of course. Akila, you have juggled many roles, but you were there right at the core. Akila Satish, she's the head of operations Idobro.
Where is
Akila, if you're around. Ankush Singh, the head of strategy and partnerships. We have Triza Dow, again, head of entrepreneurship. Actually, Yash, can you please put on your video? Najma, can you please put on your video, and let's Ankush, wonderful. Ankush has just entered, and yes, Can we highlight Ankush? Can we have Najma, please? Raju Margam, I've seen Raju is here, so can we on your video, let's highlight you. Mansi Gamre, do we have Mansi with us today? Where's Akila? And I need to get out of the screen actually.
Traveling.
Okay. And Hema Ganachari, at least here, can you please come? Oh, Mansi is coming.
Oh, great.
Mansi has just come in. Wonderful. Jason, do we have Jason with us? Raju was in the room. Mansi, can you please turn on your video? Najma, please, can you have your video if you don't mind?
Where is Akila?
Is Akila with us?
She was there, no?
Oh, Mansi's got some bandwidth, but anyways, we got a modern art version of Mansi out here, but good, Mansi is with us. Yeah, Akila is Akila joined us? Raju? Okay. Jason? Raju has come in, so let's get Raju in. I mean, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but frankly, these are the people who made RISE happen, and we cannot let them go before acknowledging them. Raju, can you put on your video, please? Oh, there you go. There's Raju Margam. And Najima has come again. Yeah, wonderful. Let's get Najima back again so we can have a picture taken as well. There you go.
Now I can come in, but who else is there? Nobody else.
Yeah, I think we have, well, almost all of them on the screen. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, please give them a huge round of applause. Yeah. Yes, of course. And Karon, the queen bee, as we call her.
But I can't add me.
I'm trying to do that for some reason.
I know, for some reason, I can't be added.
I can't add you. I'm sorry, I can't add Karon. I don't know why. Maybe we have exhausted the number of windows or screen, or basically, I think this team is saying Karon at least for one stay away. But yeah, so let's have a quick picture and a round of applause for these wonderful, wonderful people. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, if 9 people can handle this, you know, you can imagine how much of hard work they put in. And the work started months before you know, the RISE actually rolled, because this does not happen overnight. Thank you, Najma. Good to see you. Thank you. Can we take a picture, Karan? Thank you so much, guys. We couldn't have done this without you, frankly. Some of us are just the front ends like me, but without you, really nothing moves. Yeah. Really blessed to have you with us, and we hope that you will be with us next year as well. Okay.
I hope.
Okay, so thank you. So now it's time for me to call upon Karan Shaiva, Chief Impact Officer, Idobro, convener, RISE World Summit, the one who actually thought of this wonderful, wonderful concept and this platform 12 years ago to have the final words and propose a vote of thanks. Karan, all yours.
So I'm not going to take too much of time. I think, like Naresh said, you know, I think even the computer system has given up now because it's been hearing me so much for the whole week. So I just want to add and say, you know, a very, very big thank you. A very big thank you, not just for what we had done together, because that's very, very important. But a very big thank you at a personal level for giving me this opportunity to live a dream. I don't think you get an opportunity year on year to keep living your dream, in spite of it being so difficult to do. I think that's what Jack also said when we started, you know, don't wait for the resources, don't wait for the permission, don't wait for others to give you approval. You just have to do it. And when we started with the RISE PecoWorld Summit, you know, 12 years ago, when we first designed and had it, I had even my own senior team members tell me, this is never going to work. You're never going to be able to get a single senior person ever come to an event that doesn't even know what they're going to talk about. Yeah, because we didn't have agendas when we started. The first 3 years, we had no agenda, zero. Even today, we have no agenda. The agenda is totally co-created by our partners. And yet, I think you've seen, we've had some of the most amazing people as a part of it. And so for me, that I think is the gift we have, the gift we get and the gift we give to the rest of our community members. That we get some of the most amazing people who selflessly give of their time, not wondering, how much of my profile will be read, how long will I get video time, screen time, where are my photos, where are my logos? No. What they want to do is really come together and collaborate. And so for me, I think, as I said, big thank you to everyone who makes this possible, and especially my team to start with. I think I want to go in reverse order. We've already acknowledged a lot of the people who have made this possible. But I think at the end of the day, it is each of us who do this, we realize what we are capable of. Because if you don't push your boundaries, you will never discover how far you can go. And I think this is what the RISE PECOWorld does. It pushes our partners to think differently. It pushes our, community members to wonder, what are we really offering, and is it worth spending their time with us? It pushes our team to go way beyond what they thought they were capable of doing to make this happen. As Naresh said, day in and day out, we've had sleepless nights, literally. Some have had literally just about 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Not many have slept more than 6, I'm sure. So I think, and that too for a whole week, not just for a day or two. And then prior to that, in the run-up. So again, as I said, I don't want to say too many things. A lot has already been said. All I want to say is, please keep the theme in mind. Think different, act together. The more we push ourselves to think differently, the more we take the risks to think differently, and the more we are willing to let go of our egos, our biases, our priorities, our interest, and say, can we do something together? I think that is the beauty of the RISE PECOWorld Summit. And so with that, I really want to end on saying, please think different, act together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Karen. That was truly heartfelt. And like I keep saying, I said it at the opening plenary as well, that every year we promise ourselves never again. And like a bad penny, we come back and, we do it all over again because it's worth it. Because at the end of it, it's worth it. And, I was speaking to Tadiman, he's the newest member of the team. And I said, this is what all of us go through. Everything looks difficult. There's so much happening, you go nuts, frankly. And at the end of it, it all falls in place. And I think we have succeeded in adding value. The kind of conversations that take place, the collaboration that take place, they're all testimony to the power of RISE. And so we will be back again next year. I'm not saying we won't do this again. We will be back again next year. Next year, we'll be a teenager. We'll be 13 years old. We'll be a teenager. So we'll come in with all the psychological issues and other and all the stuff that being a teenager brings to the fore, and the attitude, as Karen points out. Yes, we'll come with all of that. And but also a promise. 13 is supposed to be a baker's dozen. It's like the additional extra bit that a baker used to add, just in case, the weight did not work with the number. And I think at the 13th summit, we need to do something a little extra. We'll come in. Every year we've added something new. This year were the videos that came up immediately. We had this lounge segment where, you could just say, okay, I want to talk with you and let's meet in the lounge and, have an informal conversation. I'm sure we'll come up with something like that in our 13th year. So please don't go away. We will be back. And through this RISE Summit, which is ending today, till the RISE Summit next year to 2026, RISE continues to exist, survive, and rise. So let's continue to be connected. Let all the relationships and networks that we have forged during this week continue to rise and prosper. The RISE team is here to support you to take forward any initiatives that you have started and you have actually nurtured over this last 1 week. We would like nothing better than to see it grow or fructify into something massively transformational across the world. And really taking what Jack Sims said right at the beginning. Okay, let's think big and let's do big, right? On that note, let me say a final goodbye to you, wherever you are in whichever part of the world.